There is a key amino acid that is absolutely critical to human performance no matter your age. It's the semi-essential amino acid called L-Arginine. Most of the L-Arginine benefits you see today center on your cardiovascular system and sexual function. While these are critical, and we'll discuss them, L-Arginine benefits you by fueling multiple metabolic pathways that are essential for optimum human performance. Before we get started, I want to address a statement that is being made by several nitric oxide supplement manufacturers that use a nitrate-nitrite pathway. It usually centers around the general statement, arginine is nearly useless for people over 40. Do not fall for this marketing trick to get you to buy a product that tells you L-Arginine is bad for you if you're over the age of 40. It is a misrepresentation of the facts, and this video will help you understand how L-Arginine benefits everyone, especially those over the age of 40. Let's start out by looking at L-Arginine's main claim to fame, which is its ability to be converted to nitric oxide, the master signaling molecule of your entire cardiovascular system. In 1998, the Nobel Prize in Medicine was awarded to 3 American researchers who discovered how the endothelium, which is a tissue that lines all of your cardiovascular system, converts the semi-essential amino acid L-Arginine into nitric oxide. One of these Nobel laureates is Dr. Loys Njoto, who wrote a national bestseller entitled No More Heart Disease. It's still the best book to help you understand the power of nitric oxide to improve circulation. As you can see by the subtitle, How Nitric Oxide Can Prevent, Even Reverse Heart Disease and Strokes, Dr. Njoto makes a bold statement that centers on 3 key components: endothelium, nitric oxide, L-Arginine. Your endothelium is only 1 cell thick, and it lines all of your vascular system. The inside of your heart is lined by the endothelium. All your arteries and veins, arterioles and venules are lined by this 1 cell thick tissue. Your capillaries are just extensions of the endothelium. It's the largest secreting tissue in your body, and one of its functions is to convert L-Arginine into nitric oxide through an enzymatic process. Before we look at the importance of L-Arginine, let's first understand nitric oxide. Outside your body, it's considered a pollutant, but inside your body, nitric oxide acts as a signaling molecule. All this means is that it causes something else to occur. For example, in the bloodstream, nitric oxide has 3 specific properties. First, it causes the smooth muscle of the vascular wall to relax. This results in vasodilation, allowing for greater blood flow into a tissue or organ, and typically helps bring blood pressure back into a normal range. For those with high blood pressure, this can be a natural way to address this cardiovascular concern. Second, nitric oxide helps keep blood platelet cells from sticking together to naturally prevent strokes and heart attacks. Third, nitric oxide initiates reparative mechanisms that heal damage done to the endothelium to help maintain its ability to properly produce nitric oxide. This reparative process also prevents plaque formations and calcification, which accounts for approximately 74% of all cardiovascular disease. The following picture will help you better understand this disease process. As you can see, in our 20s and 30s, we typically have a healthy endothelium, which produces a beneficial amount of nitric oxide. But as we age, damage occurs to the endothelium, resulting in inflammation, leading to plaque formation and calcification. High blood pressure, high sugar levels, LDL or bad cholesterol, and nicotine all directly damage the endothelium. As this picture shows, this damage has a detrimental effect on your vascular system, leading to significantly less nitric oxide production while increasing your risk for strokes and heart attacks as well as other cardiovascular health concerns. Unless you're actively nourishing the endothelium to enhance its ability to properly produce nitric oxide, this damage will continue to occur. So the real question is, how can you best nourish the endothelium so that nitric oxide can initiate the reparative mechanisms needed to help maintain a healthy vascular system. This is where L-Arginine comes in. L-Arginine is now classified as a semi-essential amino acid. What this means is that your body can produce its own L-Arginine, but not in high enough quantities to maintain optimal health, especially for the vascular system. Even the Mayo Clinic recognizes the importance of L-Arginine for improved cardiovascular health. Quoting from their website, "Heart disease. There is good scientific evidence that dietary supplementation with L-Arginine may help people with coronary artery disease, angina, or clogged arteries due to its effects on blood vessels. Peripheral vascular disease, claudication. Peripheral vascular disease, also known as intermittent claudication, is a narrowing of blood vessels in the legs and feet caused by fatty deposits. This condition causes decreased blood flow to the legs and feet, resulting in leg pain and tiredness. A small number of studies report that arginine therapy may improve walking distances in people with claudication." End of quote. With 1 out of every 3 Americans having some form of cardiovascular disease, you can begin to see how a natural ingredient like L-Arginine can provide huge benefits in reducing a person's risk for diseases associated with the cardiovascular system. The next big claim to fame is how L-Arginine can be used to improve sexual function. While there is a lot that can be said in this area, the bottom line for men is this: no nitric oxide, no sex. Nitric oxide is needed to cause vasodilation, which relaxes the blood vessels, allowing the male organ to completely fill with blood, resulting in an erection. Where does this nitric oxide come from? When a man is stimulated either by thought or touch or a combination of both, the best and most effective means for the creation of nitric oxide is through the enzymes of the endothelium converting L-Arginine into the signaling molecule. The ability of the endothelium to continue to convert L-Arginine into nitric oxide over a long period of time provides the staying power to maintain an erection. And while female anatomy is different, the sexual arousal and enlargement is also dependent upon nitric oxide causing vasodilation for greater blood flow, leading to a more satisfying experience. As you can see, nitric oxide is critical to human health and performance. However, the production of nitric oxide is only one metabolic pathway that is fueled by L-Arginine. As you can see by this slide, L-Arginine benefits other metabolic pathways. If the enzymes of the endothelium don't use L-Arginine for the creation of nitric oxide, then L-Arginine is used to fuel other metabolic pathways needed for optimal health. Let's start on the right and work our way to the left. The protein synthesis pathway. This is foundational to life. Without the ability to properly produce proteins from the building blocks called amino acids, most biological functions would stop. L-Arginine plays a critical role in the formation of proteins. The nitric oxide citrulline pathway. We've already spent time looking at this pathway, but here is an important factor to note. By combining L-Arginine with the amino acid L-citrulline, you can create a metabolic cycle that reforms L-Arginine to help fuel the enzymes of the endothelium, resulting in higher and longer nitric oxide production. The creatine pathway. According to the Mayo Clinic, quote, approximately 95% of the body's total creatine content is located in skeletal muscles, end of quote. Creatine is important for enhanced muscle mass and strength, but it also plays a role in congestive heart failure. Again, according to the Mayo Clinic, quote, patients with chronic heart failure have low levels of creatine in their hearts. Several studies report that creatine supplements may improve heart muscle strength, body weight, and endurance in patients with heart failure, end of quote. So this metabolic pathway of converting L-Arginine into creatine has tremendous value for muscle strength, endurance, and heart health. The urea ornithine pathway. This pathway is absolutely critical to your well-being. Urea is the major end product of nitrogen metabolism and is used to rid your body of ammonia waste products. Ammonia is toxic, even in small amounts, and this conversion of ammonia to urea occurs in the liver. Once urea is formed, then it's transported to the kidneys for excretion. One of the spin-offs of the urea cycle is an amino acid called ornithine. Ornithine promotes good liver function, detoxification, the release of growth hormones that aid in metabolizing excess fat, and seems to boost the body's immune system to counter bacteria, viruses, and tumor cells. The augmentin pathway. Augmentin is a byproduct of L-Arginine metabolism and plays some very interesting roles in your body. First, it helps protect the enzymatic pathway the endothelium uses to create nitric oxide. Second, it inhibits those enzymes that break down nitric oxide. Thus, it aids in the production and protection of nitric oxide. Additionally, augmentin helps stimulate the release of pituitary hormones and is believed to have strong neuroprotective effects, leading to improved neurotransmission and brain health. This enhances your sense of well-being. The proline pathway. One metabolic pathway, not shown in the previous slide, but shown in this slide, is the creation of proline. This non-essential amino acid is responsible for tissue repair, collagen formation, the prevention of arterial sclerosis or hardening of the artery, and helps with blood pressure maintenance. As you can see, the semi-essential amino acid L-Arginine is critical to the overall health of your body, as well as needed for the proper production of nitric oxide. Individuals who tell you that L-Arginine is bad for you or dangerous to your health, especially if you're over the age of 40, either don't understand the semi-essential amino acid or have another agenda. Now, if you're interested in finding out which is the best L-Arginine supplement in the world, then keep listening. If not, then I hope the information I've shared with you will help you understand the need to properly supplement your diet with a good L-Arginine source.